Welcome back, everyone. We are in TWR Flash Tournament number 1, and this is a game against, first game of best of 3 series of third place match where Miki plays against Masinko. Miki chose the map for which is Chikugo River. Very rare map to see in tournaments because most players hate them, but not Miki. Because he has a Bojan and he's gonna try to be as annoying as possible with Bojan. And this map allows Bojan play very well because there's a lot of lot of terrain. Let's just say that. So let's quickly go through builds. Mickey has a Bojan with Yari Kev and a Light Kev and two more strong Yari Kev with two Light Kev. He's got 4 attendants. He's got 4 Nodachis level 2 and he's got 2 Yari Samurais level 2. So very simple yet effective build. He checks a lot of boxes with this build. He has a lot of things. Anyway, they're both going for Sword Dojo and Shrine. Uh, for Masinko, he's got Sword Attendants as mid shield. He's got level 4 monks, very weak though, as you can see. Not a lot of retainer, not any retainers wasted on them actually. He's going. This is strange. It's kind of like, oh, I missed this Mushlock. Wow. So does Masinko, I suppose. Uh, Basically, what I was saying was, it's almost like Masinko is not reacting to the build of Miki. Miki has a very strong infantry here. He's gonna destroy this contingent of Masinko's army, and rest of his units. The way he's moving right now, they're not gonna get into the melee uh, soon enough, so that they can make an impact. Anyway, as you can see, these are downhill charges of Nodachis. Uh, the cavalry intercepts the charge and kills 20 men or so, but the infantry is not going into fight, so this is not very effective. The melee gen was being focused by Miki's Bogen. It's trying to flank around now. One Banzai already fired. Yes, one Banzai is already there. Uh, Miki's general is using rally. Miki is not kiting back with his matchlocks, which is quite a mistake. But they should be fine still. The cavalry fight is going in the river, but Miki is sending Yarisam to help out. But now he realizes that his main force needs helping more than that cavalry, because that's not that relevant. But as you can see, well, it's hard to call right now, but I think Masinko is doing well for what he has. He has very weak infantry units and they're holding out against the very strong Nodachis and Yarisams here, and he even charges the Matchlock Warrior Monks here. The problem is the rest of his units are taking a lot of time to join the rest of the engagement, and that's the problem. These monks, though, I'm very impressed, honestly. They are holding out for a long time. Yes, Miki is using his general to kill as many of Masinko's gen as possible. He still has a full gen, which is good for him. Not even one man lost. And yes, slowly but surely Masinko's cavalry is becoming worn down. He now charges in his general, but Miki pulls out and he's gonna face the charge with his own Yarikav and spears. And Masinko lost his cavalry, which means this is pretty much game over. Even if these units completely own that side, the, there's nothing to deal with the Bojan that only killed 34 men and has a ton of ammunition still left, so that's it for game 1. Masinko GG's out. It was an interesting game. I think Masinko could have won it for sure. He almost did too, but he was a bit wasteful with his cavalry, and his infantry was not concentrated enough. He kind of went around doing nothing for first 3 minutes or so. Let's look at the builds. Nodachis for Miki did decent, nothing spectacular. His cavalry kind of nullified Masinko's cav, and for Masinko, his monks did well, man. I was surprised. Level 4 monks without retainers to hold out so long against downhill charges of Nodachis. Well, that was impressive. Well, the charges were not perfect though, because he did slow them down with his cavalry. So, anyway, interesting game 1. I will see you in a game 2. And we are back in a game 2 of Miki against Masinko on Forest Gully. This should be interesting because it's an interesting map choice. I don't see Forest Gully in a lot of tournaments. Players don't really feel comfortable playing on it, I think. Especially in a competitive game, because there's so many things that can happen on this map, to be honest. The terrain it allows campy play, it allows full map rushes, lot of positions where a lot of terrain where matchlocks can just look at this view. This, like, matchlock here and infantry down there could be so effective. There's just so many things on this map, so I think, well, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Masinko chose this map, I'm sure of that, so this should be very interesting. Anyway, let's see the dojos quickly, which I failed to mention in other casts. That we have Sword Dojo that both players are going to be focusing on. We have Shrine, which is kind of left for Miki, and Farmhouse that's definitely left for Miki. And let's go through the builds quickly. Um, let's see. Miki has a Bow General, which is good choice on this map again. He's Light Cab, Yarika level 2. And look what we have here. Cities. See what they have in their hands? Yep, that is long range artillery, ladies and gentlemen. So fire rockets, level 2 with accuracy. Interesting. Uh, Interesting choice. Good choice, I would say. Well, we'll see how effective they will be. Miki already has a farmhouse. He's running with his Yarisem. For his infantry, he's got his usual Nodachis. 1, 2, 3 Nodachis. 3 Nodachis, Matchlock Warrior Monks, couple of attendants, and BAM! That is a big mistake. That is 6 men that's not gonna shoot from Bojan anymore. Very good by Masinko that he noticed and took the chance. The Miki is controlling the shrine, and the general is gonna try to skirmish with units here. The cavalry has flanked Miki's army. I think one problem that I see with Miki's army right now is he's got Bojan, he's got very expensive rockets, he's got level 5 matchlock with extended range. He has spent a lot of money on skirmishers, so we'll see. For Masinko, his usual melee gen, he's got level 5 matchlock Sams, level 5 matchlock monks, bow monks level 5. Very strong cavalry. He's got light cav, Nagimonk cav level 1, and oh, first volley. Not that effective. Yes, it killed attendants, and let's see how many units it killed. 16 men for one volley. That's not very effective, for sure. But it's something. We'll see how effective it will be over the long run. For Masinko's infantry, he's got also 3 Nodachis. So even though Miki chose a lot of money on Miki spent a lot of money on his skirmishers, their infantry units are similar. In fact, I believe Miki might have even stronger infantry, to be honest. But weaker cavalry, perhaps. Some more shots. That's another volley, kinda wasted. He's focusing on Masinko's bowmonks, and yeah, that's not working so well. Only 1 man lost. The Bojan, though, is focusing light cav. Again, not very effective. So I'm not sure. These starting engagements have gone still. That matchlock volley in general was more effective than the Mickey's what Mickey did with his skirmishers. Let's see. This is a match point though for Masinko, so he has to win if he wants to get the 3rd place, or if he wants the chance to go to 3rd place. But this volley, no. Now this was effective. I'm not sure. This was quite funny. I was kind of laughing at him on his stream because he was actually streaming this, I believe, on his Twitch. That he's using his super expensive bombs to absorb the fire of fire rockets. Well, there's no need to do that. So that's, well, interesting. I mean, his point was, well, that's what they're there for, which is kind of true. It's expensive enough that opponent will focus it, and it's weak enough in your army that you don't mind to lose it, but kind of not sure about that, to be honest. So now he's kind of abandoning this side. He tries to move around. Oh, very good volley on level 3 PR cap. That is... yeah, that was very good. Half of the Yarika pretty much lost. Some more fire rocket volleys. Oh, that was... okay, now that was damaging. That was way more damaging. It destroyed the Nodachi, and he cannot afford to lose his infantry, because he is already at disadvantage with his skirmishers. But yeah, Miki is now moving up with his matchlocks. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, but another Nodachi being focused by fire rockets. Let's see how effective that will be. 10 men lost, almost. Well, 8 men, not so bad, actually. This is quite painful for fire to watch. If you're Masinko, the fire rocket volleys are every time they're so scary. Now, this was not a very effective fire rocket volley, I would say. Kind of wasteful. The Pomonks, 0 kills. Still 0 kills. Not even a single attendant was killed by them. It's funny. Madachis, another volley going in for them. But, well, one thing for fire rockets is that they're not very accurate, that's for sure. But when they hit, it hurts. That's it, fire rockets are out of ammo. Almost 20 men killed in the Nodachi, and, well, 40 men lost on this one. So right now, Miki is going on the offensive, which is quite strange. He doesn't have to, he still has a Bojan that he can use. But he decides to do it. The Masinko's cavalry is wasted here. Light cav charges into the spears, which is not very... Well, that's not very effective way to use light cav. But yes, infantry is charging here, which are slowed down by Miki's attendants. A lot of wavering. This Nodachi, is it gonna rout? Yep. Not Miki missed Banzai on this one. Interesting. Matchlocks are running back. The counter charges are coming by Miki. He's responding in the middle. A lot of units from Masinko are not in the fight, and he's trying to get them back in. This Matchlock routed actually. We'll see if it comes back, but well, it's getting killed here, so probably I would doubt that. More charges by cavalry, but Miki is... well, he's slowing down the push, but he lost a lot of infantry and this Matchlock monk into that engagement. I'm not sure why he charged in, to be honest. Cavalry is slowing down this cavalry charge. It's gonna... yeah, it's quite effective. It killed 20 men on the charge or something. Nagimon Cav is going around to slow down the infantry, and yeah, the infantry fight looks already so bad for Miki because he didn't have much infantry to begin with, and when you lose full Nodachi without Banzai and Matchlocks, it becomes quite one-sided. Masinko goes into fire rockets. I'm not sure why. I think it was just a feeling of revenge, to be honest, because that unit was worthless and he got charged. It was funny actually. He definitely made a mistake there, but oh well. It was a revenge for all those Nodachi's lives. Yari Cav, clean charge on light Cav. That's gonna be routed, and yes. It was a strange one. This, not sure what Miki's thinking was. He had, I think, I think honestly, Chaos was right. I mean, this Bowmonk finally got to Miki still, because he charged in, didn't want to lose any more men to a Bowmonk that didn't kill much anyway. But yeah, he felt that he had to come forward, but that was the mistake that Miki did. And this game is pretty much over. The melee gen is gonna clean up with the help of cavalry. There's not much that Miki can do. He can try to snipe the general, but there's two cavalry units still left. The one that charges in now, yeah, it's over. So, game 2 is won by Masinko, and we're gonna have a game 3. Players GG out. Let's quickly look at the results. Yeah, as expected, Masinko deployed less because he had stronger, more cavalry, I guess. These Waka Raiders, man, I completely missed this unit. I'm pretty terrible. What? Where were they? I'm not sure, honestly. That's pretty silly. Yeah, his cavalry did well. Infantry kind of meh. For Miki, fire rockets were the MVP. Although, I think they were... Uh, it's hard to say. I wouldn't go as far as saying cost effective. They probably were, though. They almost killed the Bowmonk and they depleted two Nodachis. So I think they were actually cost effective in this game. But, yeah. That attempted rush of Miki was a mistake that beat him in the end. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in a game 3. And we're back. into the game 3, which is a tiebreaker on rice fields as usual, as tiebreakers are played on. And we shall see what each of these players bring to the table. We have a shrine and sword dojo in the middle. And where is the third dojo? It's bugged. It's definitely bugged. Now, let's look at Miki's army quickly. He still has a bow general with a fire cav level 6, great guard level 4, and 2 great guards level 4 and 3 light cavs. He's got a Machloka Shikaru level 5, 4 attendants, 3 Nodachis level 2, and 2 Yari Samurai. So almost exactly the same build as in game 1. So let's look at the Masinko's army. He's got a melee gen, he's got Yari Cav level 7, Fire Cav level 6, Nagiman Cav level 1, Yari Cav, very strong cavalry, much stronger than Miki's. And for his infantry he has 4 Nodachis with attendants and the light cav. So quite a simple army, to be honest, much simpler than he tends to bring, which is just 4 Nodachis and strong cavalry. And the one that I missed is BP Samurai, of course. So he's gonna start the engagement soon enough because he has a very mobile army. He already flanked around Miki, and all these units that are surrounding Miki right now, if you look at them from top down, this is a nightmare scenario for a bow general. And this is exactly what's happening. Here's some charges going on. Miki counter charges. This charge went through behind this Nodachi, already killing almost 20 men and the Machlo. Some mass wavering going on. This is very well done by Masinko. He knows exactly what the weakness of melee oriented army with bow gen is, and he is exploiting that to the full. He probably also has a mental mask on his general, so once that gen gets in, it's gonna be even worse. Bow gen is undefended now. He tries to retreat, but this is a complete surround pretty much. And yeah, this is quite a nightmare for a bow gen. Nowhere to run. Incredible. Yeah, he's completely surrounded. The melee units. I didn't even see, he probably didn't manage to banzai some of his Nodachis. He tries to get his general out, but yeah, this is very strange game. Quite a strange game. Not sure what the idea was about Miki's army, to be honest. I mean, it was good in the game 1 because there was Masinko kind of was much better prepared, and yeah, I'm afraid there's not much to commentate on this game. The bow gen is almost dead, infantry is almost dead, the melee gen is fighting cavalry. Yeah, he still doesn't. It's pretty much over now, but he still needs to keep his general alive, and he realizes that. He goes back just to make this absolutely sure thing. And yeah, game 3 won by Masinko, and he is third place winner of the TWR Shogun 2 tournament, Flash tournament number 1. So well done by him. I believe he could have gone to the finals all the way, but the game of semifinals that you should probably check out, it was an interesting game. He fell short on that, but Yeah, completely dominated in this game. His infantry just destroyed, and this is surprising to me that Yari-san got the most kills, but I think Nodachi's... They actually did... well, yeah, they probably ran before Banzai's. Yeah, interesting. I mean, Miki had great guards. I'm not sure why he didn't stop the Masinko's cavalry from flanking, but I think Miki was... well, he did not follow the tempo of the game. He was not expecting such a such an assault. So, well done. And that's it for the this wraps up the 3 game series. Thank you for watching, and I hope you check out the finals. Take care.